Akpabio finally confessed to crime, cried shamefully before Nigerians as he pleaded for mercy. Yes, my dear listeners, Akpabio has finally confessed to his crime. Hey, hey, who did he confess to, my dear listeners? You'll be shocked how Akpabio actually did this very confession. How did he do it? Akpabio actually invited the man of God who happens to be a priest of God to his own house for this very confession. I'll be playing this very video for you to see how Akpabio actually made this very confession and how he wept like a baby. In fact, I was shocked that Akpabio could weep. You'll be surprised yourself to see Akpabio weeping like a child before the priest while he was actually confessing his very sin. Akpabio made it very clear before the priest of his offense and what he actually did and all he has done, both past and present. My people, I beg make una join me as I play this very video because the story is a very realistic one as it actually happened. But I want you to please spare me this little time because nothing other than the truth was revealed. Akpabio is actually a Catholic, and as a Catholic, he did all he can to make sure that he presents his.
I thank the Catholic Church for what it is doing and what it has continued to do and what it will continue to do in future. So it's almost 2 years since I was elected by my colleagues as the Senate President actually, and then Chairman of the National Assembly. We have a bicameral legislature, we have the House of Representatives, and we also have the Senate. I must also point out that this is probably my first interview in the last 2 years to a special medium, which is the Catholic television series, and of course, you can also know why. Because I'm a Catholic, and my entire household, I know the impact the Catholic Church has had on me, and has had on my children and my entire family. I want to say that we have done well, believing strongly in what God gave to us. I think the greatest gift that God gave to mankind was the gift of love. So we have been able to pass legislations and then do a lot of things utilizing that aspect, that mantra of love to all, irrespective of tribe, religion, or ethnic background. So we love our country, and then we believe that we should give the country the best, and we are doing our best in the circumstances. We undertake oversight functions in addition to lawmaking. We also have the singular responsibility of approving and clearing screening political appointees to different offices. Sometimes people tend to misunderstand. When the president says, I want to work with Mr. A, our job is to see whether Mr. A is fit and proper to work with Mr. President. It's not our business to choose somebody for the president. So when he sends in a list and we are able to return the full list, it means we found the nominees worthy of the positions that they are going for, and automatically we clear them. That is not rubber stamping. Then when we are not able to clear them, people should not take offense and think that the Senate President does not like me, because sometimes it's not every list that comes to us that goes complete. There will be one or two people with question marks, and some of them may be just security. Some could also be certificate problems, and some could just be merely petitions, which we need to clear before we can screen and successfully confirm such a person as fit and proper for appointment. And then in terms of legislation, we've drawn out a lot, and we are also having different ad hoc committees on constitutional amendment, on electoral reforms, and of course trying to rejig the previous laws to come come in tandem with current realities. The era we are in now is the era of artificial intelligence. So cybersecurity is also part of our priority, and then we are doing that. We have able hands in the Senate, and we have been able to stabilize the Nigerian Senate. I think it's one of the most stable Senates since we started in 1999. Very, very stable, and we are bonded together irrespective of political lines, which again is an attribute of God, which is loving one another without minding political parties. And so we did a wonderful time for all of us, and I think Nigerians have benefited a lot from what we have been able to do so far.
Okay. Your Excellency, sir, how have you been able to maintain this stability in the Senate in the face of distractions? And because of course this office wouldn't have it would have come with so much on your shoulders. How have you been able to handle all this?
Well, my background, I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm a Catholic by faith. I'm a believer in the oneness of Nigeria, and I also believe that irrespective of religion, we should love one another. I've had a lot of experience also. As a lawyer, I worked in the telecom industry also. I practiced law. I was at the time a managing director of a fixed wireless telephone company. I was also privileged to work as a commissioner for about 6 years. I was lucky to be a governor for about 8 years. I was elected twice by my people. And people describe that era as the era of uncommon transformation. And of course, I left a lot of footprints behind, which of course is a mark of godliness, because there's no way you can go into a place as a Christian and then you don't remember that even if you are on the pulpit, your job is to preach the gospel and then turn lives and change lives. Your job is not to steal the pulpit, because if the previous preachers had stolen the pulpit, you would have had none to preach. I always like to say that. But also, when I was a governor, I used to tell my local government chairman that if you work in the pulpit, you can eat from the pulpit, but you must not steal the pulpit, so that others coming can also do the work. So it's been easy for me because of the experience I've had. I've been the minority leader of the Nigerian Senate, so I've had the experience of being on the other side. I'm also today the Senate President, so I also have the experience of being on this other side. So I'm able to carry my colleagues along. In fact, most times I even forget the fact that a senator is from another political party. I don't remember that. So we run the Senate with love for one another, and then of course love for the country, bearing in mind that we must also adhere to constitutional provisions of ensuring that the primary function of government, as enshrined in our constitution, I think specifically section 14, section 2, is the welfare and security of the citizens. So everything that comes before us, we scrutinize to see what is best for Nigeria, what is best for the Nigerian citizen, and we've done very well in that regard. But you need to know that outside the Catholic television, the normal press outside there believes that only good news does not sell, only bad news sells. So people must look for something to criticize here and there. And then I think by now, after decades in politics, I have been able to develop a profile and the strength to be able to withstand criticisms. And then, of course, I remain focused in what I'm expected to do. So if you look at the Senate, you will see that we have brought a lot of laws to bear. First, in the educational sector, more universities have been created, and the president has assented many of them into acts of parliament. And so, from colleges of education, universities of education, universities of technology, universities of agriculture, because of course you have to diversify the Nigerian economy.
My dear listeners, Akpabio is indirectly confessing the crime and the sin of the Senate. I'm telling you, all these he just mentioned right now are the atrocities the Senate is committing. all the atrocities they are committing in the Senate, starting from the cyber crime, okay, and discrimination. He's just saying all of these things at the opposite side, saying the Senate that does not accommodate discrimination, that they accommodate oneness. Which oneness? Saying that sometimes he even forget to remember, he forget to know that the other senators in the Senate are from another party. Who is he trying to lie to? Are we not watching Akpabio when he's at the Senate, how he criticizes, how he favor and disfavor the other, just because the other is from APC and the other is from PDP? Who is not watching Akpabio at the Senate? Why must Akpabio be telling all of these lies to a priest? This is one of those things we are talking about, and this is why we must say that our leaders are real conk liars. Look at the confession he just made, and he's beating around the bush. Please, my dear listeners, I want you to help me share this video. Let everyone know that even before God, Akpabio told a lie. Imagine what a horrible confession. Please, let's share this video and let the world see his weakness. Thank you.